Northwest Regional, and the boys from Alaska are coming off an early win. But the team from Montana well rested and ready to play. It's Little League Baseball, and it's next. Welcome to San Bernardino, Al Houghton Stadium. The site Northwest Region play continues as Billings, Montana takes on Juneau, Alaska. Hi everybody, I'm Trey Bender alongside the former Major League closer, Greg Olson. Glad you're with us. This is a matchup of two teams where one has played already. Alaska has proven their mettle. Montana, welcome to the party.
Well, Alaska comes off a 2-1 win yesterday. Great job of pitching, defense, and timely hitting. Montana, fresh as a daisy, comes out and gets a battle-tested Alaska this morning.
Well, Alaska with a hard-fought 2-1 win over Oregon in their first game, and they got excellent pitching from three guys.
We got Caleb Campbell, started off the game through very well, gave up a one-run early on to Oregon, and then Thomas Baxter came in late, finished the game, and here's his two-run single, and that was the difference in the game.
And a hard-fought 2-1 victory, and they'll have to get ready here for day two. Montana, meanwhile, 13 kids that have known each other since age 5. They're a tight-knit group.
They are a tight-knit group, and they get the benefit of a first-round bye. So they're playing Alaska. Alaska's already thrown two of their best pitchers. Montana gets to come out with their ace today, and they can walk right into the lead draw of the winner's bracket.
Juneau, Alaska, and Billings, Montana. We're ready to go as day two gets started at Houghton Stadium. Northwest Region play here in San Bernardino, California. We open up day two with Northwest Region play. Montana and Alaska set to square off at Al Houghton Stadium. First of four today. A couple Northwest Region games and a couple West Region games at the ballpark. Alaska 1-0, Montana their first game. As we look at the Billings, Montana, Boulder Arrowhead Little League lineup, Cooper Freitag emotional player batting in the 5th spot in the order, and he's the coach's kid. His dad, the manager, Corby Freitag. And they're a team that should be well rested and ready to go, a tight-knit group. And they're going to be facing Eli Krupe, who we've already seen in this regional. Big Mariners fan, also plays basketball along with baseball.
Well, he was the second baseman yesterday in Alaska's victory, so shouldn't have the nerves that we had yesterday. We'll probably see a little bit of nerves coming out of Montana, being this being their first game.
Let's take a look at the group defensively behind Krupe. Baxter's a solid catcher, done a lot of the dirty work back there, but Araujo can cover a lot of ground. And this is a team that has pretty good speed when you look at their outfield group, Buss specifically in center field. Lockhart getting the start at second. They've rotated some people at that position, including the guy you talked about, the starting pitcher. So here we go, Alaska and Montana. And this Billings bunch hoping that that their first game is a good one, and obviously getting the jitters out of the system is important. And let's see how they fare against Krupe here. Billings has been here in the past, the Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers. Their manager, Corby Freitag, and they have a shortstop, Cooper Tyson, leading things off, a left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Krupe. Day 2 gets underway here. First offering's a fastball, strike on the corner. Our home plate umpires, Chris Watkins, Dwayne Myers, Brad Parker, and Robert Machado, first base to third base.
Coop. We got Coop up at the plate.
That one just misses off the plate.
Eli Krupe has got a tough act to follow. Alaska beat Oregon yesterday 2-1. Behind great pitching, Thomas Baxter, who's catching today. Caleb Campbell, who's now at third base.
You got to be versatile in Little League, and this group is a pretty versatile group. Especially Baxter, you consider what he brings to the table, helps him in a lot of ways.
No, Baxter had a great game. Caught 3 innings yesterday, pitched 2, and then Araujo.
Here is Araujo, and he throws out Tyson. Shortstop to first base, 1 away.
So Araujo got 1 inning pitching yesterday, and he's probably available today by Little League rules if he stays under 20 pitches. So you can see, obviously, a good athlete playing shortstop, comes in, closes out the game yesterday in a tight 2-1 battle.
So the ground ball out to begin things, and now it's Ben Urbacher, their youngest player. Extreme hustle leads his ability out on the field. Worm, the nickname.
Well, we got to have one worm. We got a Coop and a worm so far. That's funny.
Swing and a miss. Here's a unique favorite team, Notre Dame basketball. You'd think he'd go the football route there. I guess a fan of Mike Bray in that basketball program. Bouncer hit up the middle and into center field, a base hit for Urbacher, taking it right back through the box.
Had a little bit of trouble getting the ball in from the outfield. Good pitch by Krupe. Bottom of the zone. Urbacher just hits a ground ball back up the middle. This infield is almost like AstroTurf for playing on concrete. It gets baked out in the sun. They cannot put enough water on it, so pretty routine ground ball. It was just perfectly placed, seeing eye base hit. And then Alaska had a little bit of problems getting the ball back in, but nothing hurt. How about this nickname, Trey?
Babies. Xavier Brackenridge, big Robinson Cano fan. Check swing that pops out of Baxter's glove, and moving up to second is Urbacher.
Well, we've talked about the importance all day yesterday of the catcher being able to secure the ball, block the ball, keep it in front, and just not allow the extra bases. And right there, Thomas Baxter was solid yesterday. I think he just took his eye off the ball and it just clipped off the end of the glove.
That's fouled off there.
Almost one of those where he just looks at the glove and is like, what happened? You know, you were right here, just a lapse, momentary lapse.
Krupe working ahead on the hitter Brackenridge here. 0-2. Fastball and a strikeout. 2 down. Oh, they're going to say foul tip now.
Well, it looked like Thomas Baxter caught the foul tip, which is a strike 3. He did catch the foul tip, so we should have this looked at by somebody.
Are they saying the initial call that it hit the dirt? It looked like he caught the ball before it hit the ground.
Well, the umpires here, all volunteer, have done a great job of getting together, you know, making sure they get the call right. Chris Watkins, home plate umpire. This ball was a foul tip directly into Thomas Baxter's glove. It did not bounce. Should be strike 3. Should be strike 3.
He's still up there.
Now, Little League Baseball here in the regionals, we can review this. I don't know if we got a good enough view. Obviously, nobody has a TV sitting in the dugout so they can go back and look at everything. But right now, that's a missed call.
And that's hit hard to left, right at Ludman, who gloves it. Tagging up is Erbacher, and he's into third safely. So they do get the second out, but the base taken by Erbacher, so they get a base out of that exchange. And the runner now 60 feet away.
Well, small effect, but you know, I'm kind of surprised that he tagged up with the left fielder right in front of him. It's generally a no-go. Ludman out in left field took a little bit more time than he needed to. You want your outfielders to come up quickly, and I think if he would have come up quickly with that ball into the infield, there wouldn't have been the tag play.
Here's Carson Jenkins now, the opposing pitcher, 12-year-old, with an opportunity to put a run on the board here for Billings, Montana in their first game of this regional. Seen a lot of left-handed hitters who've been productive in this regional so far in the West and the Northwest regions. Looks at that one outside. This is the cleanup hitter.
And right now, this is where your catcher becomes so important, trying to block everything in front, keep it in front of you. Basically, you're asking your catcher to be a wall back.
Carson Jenkins, versatile all-around player. He'll take the mound in the next half inning. Three and one.
All right, if you're watching, you can see I just watched Eli Krupe set up on his changeup.
That's hammered to left center. It is past the diving center fielder Buss, and Erbacher's going to score. Into second with a double is Jenkins, 1-0 Montana.
And there's a high fastball. Montana needed that coming off. They're going to have a little bit of nerves. Krupe's in a 3-1 count. He's behind in the count. He's got to throw a strike. Leaves it up over the plate. And Carson Jenkins drives it out. Great effort in center field by Keon Buss. Just past his outstretched glove.
Now conference on the mound here with Krupe. And a pinch runner, Nick Schneider, now will run for Jenkins at second base.
That's a pretty smart move. You want to try to keep your pitcher off the bases as much as you can. It's a hot day. You're going to try to get him as many pitches as you can. You don't want him out there running the bases, getting a little bit more tired than he normally would.
And here's a four-sport guy, Cooper Freitag now. Tremendous athlete with an RBI opportunity.
Well, he's got to feel a little bit more relaxed. You know, Montana comes out here and has their first day nerves. Alaska's already gotten over it yesterday.
Freitag fouls that one back, 0-2.
Carson Jenkins hits a double. You know, got a single already. The boys are feeling a little bit hitterish.
One and two now to Freitag. Big J.J. Watt fan. Good dude there. Great NFL player, good all-around guy.
All right, so Eli Krupe's a fastball changeup right now. I haven't seen a breaking ball, but you can see right there he's setting whatever pitch that is in the back of his hand before he comes up into the glove.
And delivers a good pitch for strike three and strikes out Freitag. A run across, though. RBI double for Carson Jenkins. Montana on the board first in San Bernardino. The Juneau, Alaska fans staying in the shade here, early morning hours in San Bernardino. 1-0 Montana, striking first as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Northwest Region play. As we look at the Alaska lineup, we have already seen them in a win against Oregon. They have plenty of speed at the top with Kean Buss, who already has a triple in this regional. Baxter, versatile at the catcher's position. He can really swing the stick as well. And you see the pitcher, Krupe, batting in the two-hole. But a team that scored just 2 runs against Oregon may have to score a few more here against Montana. And they're going to be facing Carson Jenkins, a guy that really has dealt with some adversity. Lost his dad at age 8 the morning of the championship game as an 8-year-old to cancer. But he has really helped his cause early in that first inning with the double. That's got to make you feel good as you head to the mound. You've produced the first run.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we've seen it for the first 4 games yesterday. Is the pitcher comes out and he's a little bit nervous. They're 12 years old. They don't know how to deal with the nerves and the situation. And you know, they've been playing for this moment all summer. And here they are, and on an island is Carson Jenkins. There's got to be some nerves, and we've seen a lot of that, you know, manifest itself into struggling early in the game, first inning, and then they get over it and you see the pitcher that they are. Montana hasn't played a game yet. Carson Jenkins is going to have those nerves. You know, if he can overcome them early, he's got a 1-0 lead. Hopefully his double loosened him up.
Here's the D behind him. Urbacher, the youngest player, but they counted him to make a lot of plays up the middle at that second base position. And Tyson, a really athletic player at shortstop as well. As Kean Buss will lead things off, the center fielder, and the first offering from Jenkins is in there for strike one. Buss had a triple in that big 5th inning to get it started against Oregon as they came from behind and picked up the victory.
Well, that's a nice simple nickname, Key.
He can really run. Gets on base. Anytime you can leg out a triple the way he did, that opens some eyes.
Yeah, the ballpark here is not enormous by outfield standards.
Hits it hard on the nose and through the second baseman Urbacher and into right field. Buss is on.
So for him to be able to leg out a triple, you know, like I said, the fence is 225 all the way around, no big parts. Got to be pretty quick. So Keon Buss gets a fastball middle of the plate. Hit it hard right through Urbacher. It looked like Urbacher went down to a knee. Try to keep it in front, and just got a bad hop over his left shoulder.
Single for Buss, and here's Eli Krupe.
Krupe played second base most of yesterday. A little bit of shortstop. Let's see, Carson Jenkins is trying to find his breaking ball. He's thrown 2 of them right now, and he's missed outside with them. There it is again, a big, slow, almost ephus-like curveball. Trey.
You've mentioned the ephus a couple times here in the last 2 days. And it can be effective, and there is a strikeout of Krupe. Goes to the fastball, 1 down.
So you can see the effect of the changing of speeds. I haven't seen what the radar gun's showing on that slow curveball, but it is a big, big breaking, slow curveball. And then he comes back and throws a 65-mile-an-hour fastball. And after seeing something that's probably in the 40s, 65 looks like it's 1,000 miles an hour.
Caleb Campbell waits on that one and laces it into left field for a base hit. Campbell, first pitch swinging, delivers. A couple singles in this inning.
Well, Caleb Campbell has proven to be one of the better players. He's batting in the 3-hole. He started the first game of the tournament yesterday, and that's just a really nice approach. He stays back. You see the hands stay loaded, recognizes the breaking ball just because of the change in elevation. Stays back on it, and, you know, textbook hitting, drives it to left field.
And here's a hero in day 1, Thomas Baxter, the catcher, with a couple runners on, and he pops it up. Second baseman Urbacher calling for it on the outfield grass. 2 down.
Second base umpire Brad Parker quickly points out the infield fly rule. So even if that ball had dropped, Thomas Baxter would have been out, and the runners would have advanced at their own peril.
Now Kason Ludman, the left fielder. Chance to draw his team even. Big Mike Trout fan. Favorite food? Salad. Chases one high in the zone there. I mean, no specifics on that. Just salad.
Just romaine lettuce.
I kind of like the butter lettuce. I'm kind of a fan of that. Throw some croutons in there.
This is somebody that is geared up to hit a fastball. He got a fastball. You know, I've spoken about how hitters are so anxious.
Pulls this one towards the third baseman. Freitag bobbles it, can't make the throw.
Hitters are so anxious to hit the ball with runners in scoring position that a lot of pitchers over time, you try to take advantage of that. And Ludman gets a fastball on the inside part of the plate, just, you know, gets a piece of it. Freitag looks like he just kind of rushed himself a little bit and was unable to secure the ball.
Now Caden Quinto with the bases loaded and 2 down. Ball 1. It's an interesting 3 sports: volleyball, track, and baseball. Buss at third base. Also out there, Campbell and Ludman at second and first.
So right now, Carson Jenkins done his job. He's got the third out. It was a ground ball to third base, softly hit. Should have been the third out. They should be in the dugout right now. Now he's got a 2-2 count. He's got to fight. I don't know if he has enough confidence in that breaking ball to come with it right now.
Jenkins a quick worker, the 2-2, and he strikes out Quinto to end the inning. Montana stays in front. Couple Ks in the inning. The bases left loaded. We're through one frame. Montana 1, Alaska nothing. Northwest Region play, we move to the second. Montana in front of Alaska, 1-0 Billings. Montana out to the early lead here. Focused on fun, fitness, and fundamentals, the Little League journey starts with T-ball. Visit littleleague.org/T-ball for our free 10-week practice plan to keep the youngest Little Leaguers moving, having fun, and learning the games of baseball and softball. First of 4 today, first of 2 Northwest Region games. Also, we will see West Region play at the ballpark. And Eli Krupe takes the mound after giving up an RBI single to Carson Jenkins in the first inning. He'll face Drew McDowell to open up the second. McDowell, the first baseman for Billings, and swings and misses at the first offering. He's a big fan of sweet barbecue boneless wings. It's never too early to start talking about that kind of food.
A nickname McDoodle. I'd love to know where some of these nicknames came from.
Some creative kids out there. He's a football, basketball, and baseball player. He's a quarterback on the football championship team.
Of course he is. And now he's out here playing baseball, playing first base. Very important position on this Little League field. Eli Krupe's done a really nice job of keeping the ball down. It looks like he's got a little bit of a sink action. He's got a changeup. And I was talking about it last inning. You can see that he presets the ball in his hand before he comes into the glove. Now,
that's hit into foul ground and playable, and the first baseman is there. Quinto, in front of the camera, well over there, makes the play, 1 down.
Nice job by Caden Quinto. Go find the fence. Looks down. You can see he looks down initially to see where he's at. He's got room. He's behind the camera well. Nice job. Okay, so I was talking about Eli Krupe presetting the ball in his hand. So right now, if he's going to throw a changeup, right now he's going to throw a fastball.
Josh Sears, first pitch, grounder to Arujo at shortstop. Throws him out, 2 down.
And so generally what's going to happen now, the older he gets, people like me who aren't very nice, I'm going to be sitting at the third base box or the first base box, and I'm going to start recognizing the fact that he is setting what pitch it's going to be in his hand before he puts it in the glove, and I'm going to let my hitters know what's coming.
Well, you might be one of the few people in the ballpark to recognize that, but that's something you teach at what age? When does that change for him?
Well, I mean, as soon as he starts getting pitching lessons, you teach him to come into the glove, take a little bit more time to come into the glove, and then set the ball. So right now he's moving to a two-seam fastball.
Here's Caleb Anderson. Strike on the corner.
I actually like the two-seam fastball. It's got a nice little sink to it. I'd probably keep using that and throwing it on the bottom of the zone. So I'm sitting at first base or third base, and I'm telling my hitters exactly what's coming. It looks like he's setting his hand for a changeup. Let's see if it moves the finger down. A little bit of a split-finger changeup, I think.
1-1 to Anderson, swung on and hit to left field. Ludman is there, drops it. Anderson into second safely.
Ludman came a long way. It's a bright day. Running hard out in the outfield. And was just unable to get the glove on the ball. Looked like he knocked it down a little bit. But Kason Ludman will be the first one to tell you that he should have caught that, and he's probably caught hundreds of them over the practice hours that this team's put in.
Now Cade Vatnsdahl, the right fielder, with two down and a runner at second. Fastball is high for ball one.
Well, this has been a good start for Montana. I mean, we got Pop Gun at the plate right now. He's got a chance to turn the lineup over. Runner in scoring position. 2 outs.
Oh, inside. Brushed him back a little bit there.
Now, if somebody was taking my, if I'm doing the same thing that Eli Krupe's doing, where I'm pre-setting the ball in my hand and I find out that the first base coach is telling the hitters, then that's my reaction as I throw a fastball up and in. And I look over and go, quit that. All right, I know what you're doing, stop it.
3-0 to Pop Gun, Cade Vatnsdahl. Krupe deals, and that's ball four. Couple runners on now.
So
and first walk given up.
Sorry, Trey. This is one of those, these kids are 11 and 12 years old. Some of them are a young 13. But Eli Krupe right now has a little bit of deflated emotion because his left fielder just dropped a ball. He should have been out of the inning, and that was the reason for the 4 straight balls. He's been pretty good on command and throwing strikes, and all of a sudden here's a 4 straight balls walk, and it hasn't been like him, and it's just a fact of, hey, he's 12 years old and he hadn't just had an emotional letdown.
And again, these are kids learning the game, learning the emotions. Cooper Tyson now top of the order at the plate with a count 0-1. And he's a Lakers fan. He's also a Lonzo Ball fan. Didn't mention LeBron, went the Lonzo route.
I'm just going to stay away from that one, Trey. Thank you very much. I mean, I really do love what LeBron has done with the, coming to LA and bringing the, putting it together a school. I'm staying away from the ball thing.
Probably a good move.
All right, let's see if Eli Krupe can make a pitch right here, get his team back in the dugout.
Fouls that straight back, 2-2 now.
He actually has a nice little sink action on the ball, and you usually don't see that because the spin that you have to create isn't a normal throw on your release point. You have to get on the inside part of the ball and create a counterclockwise spin for it to sink. And so it's not a normal motion. It has to be taught and learned.
And long look in there, and he steps off.
Well, you have a runner in scoring position, so a runner's on second base. You have multiple signs, so you're not making it easy for the runner on second base to figure out what the pitch is.
2-2's bounced up there. That bounces away from the catcher, and the runners will move up. So Anderson to third, Vatnsdahl to second, and now a chance to get a couple runs on a hit.
And we were talking about the emotions of a 12-year-old. I'd love to see somebody just take a little bit of a mound visit. This fastball is that two-seam fastball that I was talking about. He threw it 58 feet. It's almost impossible for Thomas Baxter to block. Looks like he's setting up for a split change.
The 3-2 offering. And it gets past the catcher, and here comes the runner, and Anderson scores. And runners on the corners now, and it's 2-0.
And this looked like that split change had a lot of late action. I don't know how Cooper Tyson laid off of it. It was a really nice pitch. But here's that mound visit that, might have been a little bit more effective one hitter ago. He struggled on the mound ever since the fly ball out in left field was dropped. If I had a microphone right now, I'd probably be saying, all right, guys, hey, we've been here before. We did this yesterday. We're only down 2-0. We're going to score some runs. Let's get back in the dugout. Somebody make a play right here. Hey, Eli, you're doing great. Keep it up. Pat on the butt here and there. Let's go. What do you think? You motivated?
Yeah, let's see. He's going to make a switch here. That's going to be it for Krupe.
All right. Well, my motivational speech did not work.
And it looks like it's going to be a straight switch with Araujo, who comes in from shortstop. Krupe will head out to that position, and we have a pitching change here in San Bernardino. 2-0, Montana leads Alaska, top of the second. Couple runners on board with 2 down. We're back with more from Al Houghton Stadium. Anton Araujo, the new pitcher, comes in from shortstop where Krupe is now stationed, and he's the second pitcher, pitched yesterday, picked up the save in the 2-1 win over Oregon. And Tone will face Ben Urbacher here with runners on the corners and 2 down. Leads him off with a fastball for strike 1 on the outside edge.
Completely different look than Eli Krupe, more of a fastball. He'll have a little bit of a slider. I actually liked Krupe's stuff. He had a nice split-fingered change, it looked like. Had some action. He had a little bit of sink. It just, after the fly ball to left field got dropped, he lost command.
1-1 fastball overthrew that one. Almost a run coming across, but staying put is Fottenstall, but Tyson does move down to second base. Thought about coming to home plate and then backtracked.
Yeah, that backstop is not far from home plate, so if the ball comes back right, it will come back fast, and you better have gotten a good jump or you're going to be out at home plate. And making the third out at home plate is probably a bigger no-no than making the third out at third base. I don't know.
Urbacher's already single, hits this hard, grounder to Krupe, across to first, got him. Just in time to end the inning. So only 1 run across as Araujo comes in and does the job, but Montana adds to their lead, 2-0. The Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers lead it as we go to the bottom of the second. Well, Little League alums that have had big dreams realized. How about Brad Pitt from Springfield, Missouri, originally Zac Efron. You're a big fan of his acting. And, of course, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I.
I'm a big fan of Tom Selleck.
There you go. And if you're a country Western fan, Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan right up your alley. They were great Little Leaguers.
Yeah, probably the only two guys that, I think I'd fix Luke Bryan's hat, and Brad Pitt's hair underneath that hat needed to be fixed, but
You got pointers for their acting and music skills as well?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, just want to make sure there.
No, but Brad Pitt with that hat and the hair thing.
Yeah. Well, so many stories about Little League experiences, and it's not just guys who've gone on to the major leagues like yourself, but in all walks of life, a lot of success stories.
Well, everybody's played Little League. That's why you go to the game, and me as an ex-player, I'll go and watch my son play. I go sit out in left field because all the parents are coaching during the kids at bats. And it drives me nuts because the kid's seeing a 65-mile-an-hour fastball coming from 45 feet. And it's hard enough to hit. It's hard enough to pitch. And it's like, hey, just throw strikes. And I'm like, you get out there and throw strikes. It's like, it's not that easy.
Antone Araujo draws a walk to open up the second inning for Alaska. Good start.
All right. That's me. I'm done venting now.
That's spoken from a pitcher's perspective, of course.
Well, it's hitting, too. I mean, hitting's arguably the most difficult thing to do in sports. You can go back and forth on what's harder. But
I think trying to hit one off a tee box on a golf course, for me, I have a tough time with that. Here's Christian Nelson now.
Yeah, that ball's moving all over the tee. You got so many distractions. Or you got some guy throwing a baseball that, might not have any idea where it's going. It's 95 miles an hour.
It's easy to hit Nolan Ryan, yeah. Christian Nelson fouls that one off. 0-2 now.
Some of the guys, I'm not going to name any names, but some of these guys really, I didn't know where I was throwing the baseball. I knew I was trying to throw it in the box.
That's scary for
hitters. But I'm throwing 95 miles an hour, and if I hit a body part, I might break it, And
not intentionally, of course. Yeah.
Not intentionally, but you're worried about hitting a little white ball off a tee in front of some people.
Hey, everybody's got their things they got to battle through.
You're right. You're right. We'll talk about it later.
0-2 to Nelson. That walk was the first walk given up by Carson Jenkins, with Araujo down at first base now. And he's a swing and a miss. Nelson strikes out. Down to second. And in safely. They needed to apply the tag there, and the second baseman did not. Urbacher just stepped on the bag, and Araujo now at second base.
Well, here's what happens. These kids have gone through Little League playing a third strike is a third strike. And now all of a sudden at 11 and 12 years old, they're playing the drop third strike. So, these coaches have been forcing going, okay, as soon as you swing, if that ball hits the dirt, you run. Well, the other part of it is that now Araujo at first base sees Christian Nelson taking off towards first, and he's like, I got to go. Yeah. He's coming this way. I got to run.
Yeah.
So he takes off, and Urbacher just didn't apply the tag, but it gets to be a little bit of hectic on the drop third strike at this age. It's so new to them. The guys are taking off everywhere, and,
Yeah, the first inclination, like you said, is to go because of what you've been schooled. Getting in here,
because it's so new, so it's so fresh in your mind that if you see the ball drop on a swing.
And here goes Araujo towards third. The throw's on the money. Got him. Good job by Brackenridge getting it to Freitag, who applies the tag, and Araujo is the second out.
Now, we haven't talked about Brackenridge. Has done a nice job behind the plate so far in 2 innings. Curveball in the dirt. Does a nice job of blocking it. Araujo, I think we got a phantom tag, Trey. I don't know if we're going to get a review, but
he dislodged the bag over there.
Araujo, I teach all my kids, hey, as soon as that ball hits the dirt, you take off, because the catcher's got to make a great play, and Brackenridge made a great play.
Lockhart fouled that one off unintentionally. 2-2 now.
I don't know if we had enough to overturn the call, but it looked like a swipe tag that didn't get the foot as it came in, but not enough to probably overturn anything. So
good throw by the catcher, though, Brackenridge. Right on the money, right where you want to put it.
That was a perfect block, and he went over, barehanded it, came up and put the ball perfectly to Freitag.
Lockhart, the number 9 hitter. Montana getting single runs in the first and second so far, and there's a strikeout, a second straight K for Jenkins. The walk doesn't hurt him, and it's still a 2-0 game. Montana in front of Alaska. Brackenridge to lead it off next for the kids from Billings. Two 2-0 Montana leads Alaska Northwest Region play as we open up day 2 here at the ballpark. Looking for training and information for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit littleleagueuniversity.org today. So a couple runs on 2 hits for the Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers from Billings, and that youngster seeing some good baseball here. Get the shoes on, though.
Yeah, it's too hot to be out there with no shoes, Trey, running on that concrete.
It's heating up. We're going to see 110 degrees this week. There's a ball that's hit to the third baseman and an errant throw. Brackenridge to Campbell, and then he throws it away, and Brackenridge is going to end up down at second base. So a good start for Billings here in the 3rd inning.
Well, does it ever fail? Somebody makes a great play. The inning before, Brackenridge makes a great block, pick, throws out Araujo, and here he comes leading off the inning.
The ball will find you, I guess you could say.
Well, I think Caleb Campbell, it was just a routine play. He just, made a bad throw. It happens. And Araujo with a slow breaking ball, runner in scoring position. He's got to bear down and try to keep it, right now they're down 2-0. And they have struggled to score runs. They struggled yesterday, only scored 2.
And here's a big stick, Carson Jenkins, who already has delivered a run-scoring double in this one.
I like the New England Patriots.
Jumping on the bandwagon. It's foul back.
Those were 2 of our celebrities that have played Little League Baseball, Belichick and Brady.
They can't win it forever. They can't keep winning, can they? Eventually, Brady's career will come to an end, and Belichick as well. The 0-2 is inside.
At some point, Tom Brady's still going. My body got to 35 years old, and it was like, you know what, I'm done. Shutting down now. You don't get to work anymore. I can't imagine getting hit when I'm 40, let alone I was trying to pitch at 35 going, it ain't working anymore.
2-2 misses. And the count now runs full to Jenkins, who has a chance to drive in another run here.
Well, I'm thinking along with the Rougeau, and I'm going, okay, you know what? He's already hit a double. Maybe throw a breaking ball here.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out.
Or you can challenge him with a good fastball down in the zone. You know, what do I know?
First strikeout for Rougeau.
But I was saying there was an open base, and he's already shown to be a good hitter. That fastball just challenge time. Rougeau throws a fastball in the bottom of the zone.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here for Montana in the 5th spot in the order. They're going to bring in Jacob Wilcox to hit.
So one of the great things, and there's so many about Little League Baseball, and it's why everybody loves it, is the substitution rule for all-stars. Everybody has to play. Everybody has to participate. Montana has 13 players. If they have 12 players on an all-star roster, the 3 players substitute in somewhere on the field. They have to play 6 innings in the field, and they have to get 1 at bat. They have to, or else it's a forfeit for the team. When you have more than 12, and Montana has 13 players, the 4 substitutes only have to get 1 at bat. And so you have to find a way to get these guys in place. You've already set it up in your mind who's going to substitute for who, probably when you're going to do it. And a lot of times, you know, we've seen so far today, yesterday, that you're jamming your substitutes in the 4th and 5th inning.
Yeah. Sometimes it seems like the 3rd has been the most common inning through the years here at the ballpark.
But you have to find a way to get them in the game, and it's not that you don't want to.
That's a hard hit, 1 hopper to the shortstop, Krupe, across the diamond and in time. Good play to retire Wilcox. Moving to 3rd is Brackenridge.
Well, that was Brackenridge. This is a no-no. You do not run from second base when the ball is in front of you, and he realized he made the mistake right in front of him. And if Eli Krupe was not so focused on getting the out at first base, he would have recognized the fact that Brackenridge ran right in front of him. It would have been a pretty easy out at third base, or maybe a rundown. But Brackenridge broke a cardinal rule of running from second base with the ball in front of you.
McDowell hits it hard up the middle. Moving to his left is the shortstop, Krupe, and the throw's on the money. Great play by Krupe to get him out of the inning.
Well, and then Krupe makes up for the base running blunder and makes a great play. Looks like he might have sprained an ankle. Montana 2, Alaska nothing, going into the 3rd.
Two 2-0 Montana in front of Alaska. Some work to do for the Juneau Alaska bunch after beating Oregon 2-1 in day 1, trailing here in day 2 Northwest Region play. And this is a Alaska team that will have the top of the lineup, Kean Buss, to lead things off against the right-hander Carson Jenkins. Buss has already delivered a triple yesterday and a single today.
Good leadoff hitter, taking the strike until he gets trying to get ahead in the count, get something good to hit.
Hits it up the middle and a base hit to center field. Buss is on in this regional. Couple singles today.
Well, Carson Jenkins has two pitches, a fastball and then a big, slow, almost ephus-like curveball. And when I say ephus, it's in the 40-mile-an-hour range. Big, slow, big break, almost goes up to come down. And he left that one up a little bit. Kean Buss got a good pitch to hit and drove it up the middle.
Here's Eli Krupe now playing the shortstop position. Favorite book, Young Man in the Sea. That's a classic as he shows bunt here and fouls it off.
Alaska playing small ball, trying to get a runner in scoring position. You know, I was thinking about Eli Krupe and his pitching, you know, coming out in the second inning when he was struggling a little bit. You know what? It might have been playing the pitch count game a little bit for Alaska. You know, they possibly could have 3 games in 3 days. And he's struggling a little bit, and this way he can come back, I believe, on Wednesday and pitch if he's needed.
Popped up, foul ground, catcher with the mask off and making the play. Brackenridge, throw down to second, and they get the runner for the double play. Buss is tagged out. What a play by the catcher on the spot, and then the wherewithal to make the throw.
Oh, we've talked to the importance of having a big, great catcher behind the plate. Brackenridge on just a routine pop-up. Flips off the mask, throws it aside, hustles over to it, and then recognizes that Buss is tagging up from first base. And I'm not sure that that was probably the wisest decision. Brackenridge again throws another strike down to another base.
There's Urbacher over there applying the tag as the runner went high in the air and he went up and made the play.
Went up and tackled him.
Caleb Campbell, line drive, base hit left field. Campbell's 2 for 2 with a couple singles.
And that's just an unfortunate break. You have your leadoff guy on. All right, pop up, fine. You got one out, runner on first, and you know, then Caleb Campbell's been hot. Thomas Baxter won the game for him yesterday with a 2-run single. Probably need to take a little bit better care with, you know, down 2 runs. That's the second time Caleb Campbell's come up and got that high pitch up around the eyes and gotten his bat up and his arms up and was able to hit a line drive with it.
Baxter popped up to the second baseman his first time up. Like to go to the moon. How about that for an aspiration?
I guess at some point, doesn't everybody want to go to the moon?
Well, Neil Armstrong wanted to, and he just did it. He went and did it.
He went and did it. I guess it'd be kind of cool. I'd go to the moon. You?
I kind of like it down here. I'm gonna enjoy what we've got here on planet Earth. You can have a good time up there. Let me know how it is.
I'm just thinking how far I could hit a golf ball on the moon.
Here's the 1-2. It's a chopper off the mound to get it, and shoveling it is Jenkins to the first baseman to end the inning. Good defense there from Montana, and they retain this 2-0 lead. Single runs in the first and second for Montana, and the Billings, Montana Little Leaguers in front of Alaska 2-0 as we go to the fourth inning. The Little League Grow the Game Grant Initiative has distributed over $2 million at the local level. Grant funding provides local Little Leagues resources for general improvement and to expand or establish softball, challenger division, and urban initiative programs. For more information, visit littleleague.org/grow the game.
This little dude's having a ball.
That's the Montana group over there supporting the Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers.
Wasn't he the same one that the mom put the shoes on so he could go run around?
Shoes are off now. You see the...
There's only one. What do you do with the other one?
He doesn't have either one of them on.
I know, but he's got one laying there. What do you do with the other one? He probably took it and put it in some other section.
He's going to get in the shade right now.
This is such a great venue. If you've never been here at San Bernardino at Al Houghton Field. Got all the tents out in the outfield. I haven't gotten a funnel cake yet, but that will be out in right center as soon as I get a couple-minute break and let Trey talk.
You've been eyeing that since we arrived. We're going to have a new hitter here. It's Mason Brousseau, who checked in defensively in the last half inning. He's hitting in the 7th spot in the order for Montana. And Araujo's first pitch misses for ball 1.
Araujo back to work. Good fastball, 62 miles an hour. He's got a nice breaking ball. You can see Thomas Baxter looking in the dugout, getting the signs for the pitch.
One-two fastball climbs the ladder, 2-2.
Brousseau checks in left field, maybe a little bit of a defensive replacement. I got the lead. Good pitch by Araujo.
Strike 3 called, 1 down.
Fastball down and away. Perfectly placed pitch.
Couple Ks now.
Here it is again. Fastball down and away. Baxter, nicely caught. Thomas Baxter does not hold that pitch long, so home plate umpire Chris Watkins better make the call quick because that ball's firing back to the pitcher.
Caleb Anderson. Now, we've seen a lot of catchers frame it up for a very long period of time to try to make sure the umpire knows where the ball is.
Yeah, we had somebody last night that would hold it for a good 2 or 3 count. Even turned around to the umpire, still holding the ball, looking at him going, "You're really not calling this, are you?"
So you're looking for something in between those.
I'm looking for something a little bit in between. I'd like Thomas to, give me a little bit more of a hold. And I don't want it to where it's a 3-second hold and the umpire is starting to go, "All right, son, you're showing me up now. Throw the ball back." Shmoo.
12-year-old Caleb Anderson is aboard, draws the walk here with 1 down, and that is the second walk given up by Araujo. Well, this is where you got a chance to turn the lineup around here. The number 9 hitter, Cade Vatnsdal, with an opportunity. Walked his first time up.
This is where the Alaska team had a little bit of a problem in the second inning. Caleb Anderson fly ball to left field that got dropped. Vatnsdal walked. And then we got to the top of the lineup, another walk, and they got a run out of it. See if Araujo can turn it around right here. He's in a 2-0 count.
Here's a strike. Vatnsdal, you gotta like this kid. Says that the highlight's been winning the state championship and coming to California, but he says, "I wrestle. I go all around Montana and I wrestle different people." There's a toughness there. I mean, he'll take on all comers in that sport. That's a big state.
I go all over the state and I wrestle people.
It's ball 4.
I mean, do you think it's a club? I hope it's a club. I hope he's not just walking, school to school and grabbing kids to wrestle.
He's a competitor, and that was a good at-bat there. Patience shown, and he's on. A couple runners on board now, and now you turn over that lineup. Here's Cooper Tyson, the leadoff hitter.
Cooper Tyson's got a ground ball to shortstop, and he walked in the second inning.
And now a meeting on the mound.
Well, Rougeau has been pretty solid with his command. Right now, this conversation is just, all right, let's refocus on the strike zone, you know, and you're trying to give the pitcher one tip. You know, this is what you generally do wrong when you start losing command. And I'm trying to give him one thing to focus on, one thing to fix, and then, you know, make it quick, make it short, make it positive. You know, I'm not walking out there saying, hey, don't walk any more, kids. That's the master of the obvious bad statement. I'm just saying, hey, you're rushing yourself a little bit. Stay back, drive the ball through Thomas Baxter. Let's get a ground ball and get out of here.
Tyson looks at ball one. So are you saying sometimes less is more? You don't want to throw too much verbiage out there?
No, you don't want to give him too many things to think about. And this, you know, this was me on the mound in the major leagues. If I'm struggling, I have one thing that I'm trying to focus on and clean up with my body, and it's usually something's coming out a little bit. You know, he's struggling high-low. He's missing high, he's missing low. He's made the adjustment from missing high now. Now he just needs to come up a little bit, focus on the glove, and drive one right there.
Got one in there, 3-1.
So now, me as a pitching coach, I'm sitting in the dugout and I'm yelling at Antone, going, hey, duplicate that, do it again.
And he's low with that one, and it's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. 3 consecutive walks given up. He's walked 4 in this one, and that'll bring up Ben Urbacher.
So you can see he's looking into the dugout. There's a little bit of coaching going on. And what I don't want to see out of my pitchers is him taking something off and try to aim it, trying to guide it for a strike. Because now all of a sudden my arm speed's different, my body's different, and now I'm creating a whole different set of problems. You know, I want the same effort, the same intensity, the same velocity. Let's just figure out how to throw strikes on that velocity. Let's not take something off and try to guide one in for a strike, because it never, ever works well.
Big opportunity for Ben Urbacher. Bases full, 1 down. Looks at strike 1. He's already delivered a single and scored a run. The youngest player on this team, but one of their leaders, playing second base to start this game, and he swings and hits it to dead center field, right at Buss, makes the catch. Tagging is Anderson, and he'll score to make it 3-0.
That's the perfect scenario. Urbacher gets a fastball up in the zone. He's already seen a strike. He's made Rougeau throw a strike, and he drives the ball out deep enough out in the outfield that the runner at second base could tag as well. Kean Buss does everything he can do, hits the cutoff man perfectly. It's just you walk yourself, the bases loaded, and, you know, you got to pay the price.
Now Xavier Brackenridge, and he laces a single to left that scores Vatnsdal. RBI for Brackenridge, 4-0 Montana.
Well, Rougeau struggled with his command, got the bases loaded, and now he's got to throw strikes. He's unable to really get ahead of hitters to start using his breaking ball, which has been really effective for him. And now these Montana hitters are just jumping on the first fastball they see. Here it is, fastball middle of the plate. Brackenridge is having a great game. Defensively, he's thrown out 2 guys, one at second, one at third. Got a base hit. Actually got on base in the 3rd inning on an error. Can you say team captain?
Yeah,
Trey?
Yeah. And this is an opportunity to go to the pinch hitting route for Montana. They're going to bring in Sam Reinker to hit in the 4th spot in the order for Jenkins. So you've got the lead now, and you go to the pinch hitter, who has a big opportunity with a couple runners out there.
Well, you know what? Only in Little League Baseball would you see somebody pinch hit for their 4-hole pitcher. But you know what? Getting him in, big situation, 2 outs.
Swings at the first pitch, bouncer to Campbell, across in time to end the inning. Montana, though, puts 3 runs on the board here in a big fourth inning. 4-0 game. We head to the bottom of fourth in San Bernardino. Carson Jenkins on the hill with a 4-run lead to work with now. Montana leads Alaska. Bottom of the fourth inning in Northwest Region play as we open up day 2 here at the ballpark at Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino. 4 runs on 3 hits. They get 2 runs across in that last inning. And now a little bit of a cushion for Jenkins to work with. And he'll be facing the middle part of the order, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters from Juneau, Alaska.
Carson Jenkins done a nice job. His pitch counts at 45. You know, he's got a chance. He's probably going to run into about 60 pitches, and then I think we'll probably see a move so he can come back at the end of this tournament.
Ezra Vidal, a little flare, and it's caught by Jenkins. Comes off the mound to grab it. 1 pitch and 1 out.
That was a nice play. See, Trey, pitchers can be athletes too. First pitch fastball up in the zone, jams him. Looks like he lost his foot a little bit, but was able to keep the head up, the glove up. Nice play.
Got to field your position.
We're going to have a ESPN highlight right there?
That could be a top 10 nominee.
You know, I mean, I told you pitchers are good athletes, Trey. I've been telling you that.
Yeah, I never said they weren't. Steve Carlton was really good at fielding his position back in the day as the Phillies left-hander, but it'll look good on the score sheet for Jenkins as he retires the pinch hitter Vidal right there.
And just like I said, he was at 45 pitches, 1 pitch, 1 out. Perfect scenario for Montana. Your ace is cruising a little bit. He's low on pitches.
And here's another pinch hitter, Esteban Demert, with an opportunity. Strike on the corner.
So now we're seeing Alaska getting their pinch hitters in. I don't know if I saw that nickname right. Did I? Esti Bonbon?
Yeah, Bonbon. Yep. Esteban.
Yeah, but I thought nicknames were supposed to be shorter than the other name.
I think you can go with whatever you want. I mean, we've seen some creative ones here.
Smalls. Shmoo. Worm. We had a worm last night.
It's fouled straight back. You know, Demert's a Braves fan. It was tough being a Braves fan for a few years there. They're kind of back in the mix now.
I went to school in Alabama during the 80s when the Braves were the worst team. And, you know, it was Dale Murphy and everybody else. And all of a sudden they get a couple of those good pitcher guys like Maddox, Schmaltz, Glavin.
Yeah, they're okay.
They were all right.
Chipper Jones helped out a little bit. Here's a 2-2. Foul back.
Right at you.
When you see a pitch fouled straight back like that, he's on it.
He's right on it. His timing is perfect. He was just under it a little bit, so I'm going to try to throw a breaking ball here.
Took something off that one. It was a good one, just missed.
He wanted it too, but I'm sorry, Carson. I cannot give you that one. I cannot support you in your effort to, try to get that as a called third strike. It was a little high.
Fastball blows it by Demert. There's out number 2.
But you can see just the effect that slow changeup. He went a little bit sidearm on the pitch. The slow changeup had something, 41, 42 miles an hour, and the hitter sees that speed. Then all of a sudden, here comes 62, 63, and again, like I said, it looks like 100 miles an hour.
See the pitch count now at 54 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trying to get through this frame in a 1-2-3 fashion. He'll face Anton Arujo now, who walked his first time up. Four runs on 3 hits for Montana, no runs, 4 hits for Alaska, and there's the pitch count for Jenkins.
So he's at, that was a good 2-0 pitch. Right now he's in control, 4-0. You wanted to start pumping strikes and make guys hit their way on base.
Chopper, Urbacher goes to the dirt to get it and throws out Arujo, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Very important for the pitcher, Jenkins and Montana. They're still in front, 4-0. We're through 4 in San Bernardino. Montana trying to win their opener. They lead Alaska 4-0 top of the 5th. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport, scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. All roads pointing to the Keystone State. We're going to have a West Region champion and a Northwest Region champion crowned at the end of the week here. And Alaska in danger of falling to 1-1 in this tournament. And a change defensively. Demert is now playing first base. He takes over for Quinto over there for Alaska. Well, the Billings kids, the Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers, a couple runs in that last inning, and now a 4-0 lead. They'll try to add to it.
Jacob Wilcox getting another at bat as a substitute. The ground ball to shortstop in the 3rd. I'm a little bit surprised that the pitch count situation is going to run in. If he gets over 50, Arujo will be done for more than 2 days. He'll have to have 3 days off if he gets over 50. He's at 46 right now. Been one of your pitchers, best pitchers. He's been struggling. He got the save yesterday.
2-1 is a chopper. Charging is Krupe. The throw is on the money. On the move delivering that one down.
And that's a great play by Eli Krupe.
That's Vidal, actually, that checked in for Krupe at shortstop. Good play by Vidal.
Very good play by Vidal. And I apologize. Came running in, did all he could do. He knew he had to get it out of his glove quick. This ball hits right in front of home plate. 1-2 hops. And on the run, you know what, I love seeing kids that have that athletic ability to do that. He didn't have time to set his feet and make a throw. He knew that he had to make the throw on the move. And, you know, shows me he's a really good athlete to be able to do that.
Now Nick Schneider is going to bat for the first time in the 6th spot in the order after that ground out. Fastball, strike one.
Schneider came in and pinch ran in the first inning for Carson Jenkins at second base after a double.
Oh, and he's hit by the pitch as Araujo lost control of that one, and there's a base runner now.
So we might see the end. Well, Anton Araujo has one more pitch. Little League Baseball resets the pitch count to where it started at the hitter. So right now it's at 49 pitches, it's at 58 pitches. He could probably go one more hitter, and that's what the discussion right now is with the Alaska coach and home plate umpire Chris Watkins. A little bit of a debate. And so there is the pitching eligibility, and this is what's so great about Little League, taking care of these kids' arms. Araujo is at...
He's 49 right now.
49, so he can throw this to this batter, and the pitch count will reset back to 49, so he will only miss 2 days.
Josh Sears is the batter. Retired his first time up there. You know, they have some good arms. We've seen Campbell and Baxter in day one. They were effective in the 2-1 win over Oregon. So, you know, they've got some guys that have been effective so far.
Well, and right now, Caleb Campbell, third baseman today, cannot pitch. If they lose and they got to come back tomorrow, he can't pitch. Thomas Baxter can't pitch. Araujo cannot pitch. Eli Krupe cannot pitch. He threw 39 pitches.
And there's strike three. Sears is out number 2 as he paints the corner with that one. Third strikeout for Araujo. And
the only thing, and this is just me being a relief pitcher, that I disagree with on the Little League rules is Araujo threw 20 pitches yesterday, literally within 24 hours, and now he's out here and he's at 54 pitches. You know, there is a toll that comes in, and I don't think it's factored in of, you know, how many pitches I threw one day and then came back the next day.
You're saying the back-to-back thing.
Yes.
There's a wild pitch as Schneider will move down to second base.
But it's definitely a factor that, you know, physically takes its toll. If I throw an inning yesterday and I come back today, I don't have as good as stuff. I don't feel as good. And that's just one thing that's not really factored in, but.
Here's a check swing, flare, and into the glove of Demert. And that'll end the inning. Still a 4-0 game. Montana looking good in their initial game here in San Bernardino. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Montana leads Alaska 4-0, working into the bottom of the 5th inning in San Bernardino. You want to play Little League in your local community? Visit playlittleLeague.org, enter your address, and find a Little League program near you. Starting to heat up here at the ballpark. We'll be over 100 degrees in the middle games. West Region and Northwest Region play here at Al Houghton Stadium. And this Billings, Montana team, the Boulder Arrowhead Little Leaguers, have received great pitching so far from Carson Jenkins. He has struck out 5, and he'll work to the 8 and 9 hitters, then the top of the lineup from Alaska.
Riley Duncan gets an at bat, leading off the bottom of the fifth.
Duncan taking all the way, and a fastball is outside for ball one with the third baseman charging in there, Wilcox. Riley is nicknamed O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's foul back.
You know, that goes back to the nickname being longer than the real name. It defeats the whole point. You know what I'm saying?
There's a method to the madness. These kids know what they're doing out there. It's, you know, these are state champs.
I agree. You're right.
I mean, you're doubting the Alaska state champion right now. These kids are smart.
I'm waiting for you to do the jingle for me, Trey. Come on, give it to me.
Not doing it.
Do the jingle.
Carson Jenkins with the 1-1. Took something off of that one. Duncan went chasing after it, 1-2.
And there's that big, slow breaking ball that Carson Jenkins has been so effective with. And now we'll probably come back with a hard fastball, and it's going to be such a speed difference.
Here it is. Paints the outside edge, one down.
Such a speed difference that it's just, it looks like it's 100 miles an hour. You see something at 40, here comes 63. And Riley Duncan just got vapor locked. It's Sean Oliver coming up to the plate.
He's going to hit for Lockhart here. Sean Oliver.
Looks like he was taking a pitch. Alaska's chasing 4 runs. They have 5 outs left. You need to get guys on base any way you can. Walk, get hit. Get a hit.
Again on the corner, 2-2. Still good velocity on that fastball. 66 pitches for Jenkins. Fastball's fouled back.
I love the fact that Carson Jenkins is just attacking the strike zone. Good fastballs. He gets ahead. He'll mix in a breaking ball every now and then, but for the most part, he's just saying, here, hit it. My defense has been playing great.
Off-speed pitch, driven to right field, and caught. Great play by Vatnsdal near the line to glove it near the shoe tops.
Look at that. They're so happy. Center fielder runs over. Caleb Anderson runs over to give him a high five from center field. Long run. Vatnsdal with the catch. Comes up, it's like, oh, that was nothing. Let's see what else I can do.
And you see the pitch count at 68 now. What a job done by Carson Jenkins. Gets the second out of the inning. And just what Montana needed. Their first game of this regional. Strikes out 6. And it's put them in a really good spot here as you look at the strikeout to ball ratio there.
That's impressive, 44-24. Carson Jenkins has done a great job. I'm thinking that he might be trying to talk his way into staying in this game. He's got up to 85 pitches. Right now he's at 68. If he throws one more pitch to one more hitter, he is burned for 3 days, and in essence might be burned for the tournament, but he's going to stay in the game. He's got 17 more pitches. By Little League rules, you get 85, which is, you know what, it's a pretty good day. 85 pitches is a pretty good day. It's hot out here. That would be a pretty unbelievable day of work.
Kean Buss now with the bases clear and 2 down. They put themselves in a great spot to win game 1, get into that winner's bracket.
Absolutely. And you know what? We've seen how many times already here in San Bernardino that you take out a pitcher that's throwing well because of the pitch count and you want to save him for Wednesday, hypothetically. And then the next guy comes in and starts to struggle, and all of a sudden the 4-0 lead becomes in doubt, and your game becomes in doubt. So I like the fact that, hey, we got to win this game. You're throwing well. I'm going to stick with you. I just don't have the luxury of having you back for the rest of the tournament.
3-0 to Buss, who has singled a couple times already. And he draws a walk here and reaches with 2 down. This is where you got to find that extra something, don't you? 72 pitches.
Yeah, and
here.
What do you think? It's about 30 degrees hotter than it is in Billings, Montana, give or take. So you're running into the 90s right now. It's hot. You're at 72 pitches. Get a little help from home plate umpire Chris Watkins. Ball might have been down, but you've already hit a double today. Legged that one out. It's been a busy day for that young man.
1-1 now to Eli Krupe. Ball gets past the catcher Brackenridge, and Buss is down to second base.
And we as parents, we as coaches have been so concerned with pitch counts that, you know, we haven't allowed some of these kids to, you know, push themselves into throwing shape of throwing 80 or 90 pitches in a game. So, you know, Carson Jenkins' legs might be getting a little bit wobbly, so when he comes up on this leg kick, you know, he's not as sure-footed as he usually is, and things get a little bit sloppy. Like right now, things have gotten a little bit sloppy.
3-1, falls behind Krupe here, and you know, you got the 4-run lead. You'd like to preserve the shutout here, but Alaska with a RBI chance. Krupe chases one outside the zone, full count.
Yeah, Krupe just bailed him out, bailed out Carson Jenkins with a fastball up and out of the zone. Would have brought the tying run to the on-deck circle.
3-2, it's ball 4, Krupe's on.
Well, Little League Baseball does another thing that's not the normal college baseball, professional baseball. They allow 3 mound visits, and on the 3rd one, you got to take out the pitcher. So we could have another mound talk. Hey, are you all right, Carson? Are you getting tired? Can you give me one more hitter? You know, I think initially Carson Jenkins probably said, hey, I'm doing great, keep me in here. And coach listened to him, and now it's going to be one of those conversations like, hey, you know, if you're getting tired, I got somebody that, you know, is just as good coming in. Let's, you know, let's give him a chance with a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, a chance to get through this inning. 85, you mentioned earlier the limit, and go through that batter.
He's at 78 right now.
And he's facing arguably the top hitter for Alaska, Caleb Campbell, with a couple runners out there, first and second. Campbell already 2 singles.
That's your favorite TV show, The Simpsons.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to disagree with you there since you threw it out there.
No, but Caleb Campbell's seen one high fastball, hit it into left field, seen a high breaking ball, hit it into left field. He's seen Carson Jenkins really well. This is not a great matchup for Jenkins, and you know, me being a pitching coach, pitcher, I might bring somebody different in here, give a different look to Caleb Campbell, see if I can keep my 4-0 lead. 4 outs left to get.
Yeah, we're gonna have a pinch runner at first base for Krupe. Lockhart's going to run for Krupe here. Sam Lockhart.
So that's another Little League rule. You are allowed 2 substitutions, base runners, that don't have any effect on their playing time and don't have any effect back with the substitutions. So we will see Krupe again. Lockhart is just pinch running for this inning.
0-1 to Campbell. Fastball, can't catch up with it, 0-2. What a job by Jenkins trying to get through this inning unscathed. Pitch number 81. Chases a high one, and he strikes out Campbell. 4-0 Montana. Shutout baseball on the mound from Carson Jenkins. We go to the 6th here at Al Houghton Stadium, Montana, trying to win their opener. Six innings regulation Little League baseball, and we move into the sixth with Montana leading Alaska 4-0. Alaska has out-hit Montana 4-3 in this one, but excellent pitching from Carson Jenkins so far. And Anton Arujo continues on for the Juneau, Alaska kids. It'll be Kate Vatnsdahl to lead things off. He's walked a couple times already, hitting in the 9th spot in the order. Fastball, strike one. They'll have to keep an eye on Arujo now. His pitch count at 57.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit early or in the middle of the game. Done a nice job of getting things back. That's right at you.
That was as close as we've seen to being a part of the game there. The baseball coming back our way.
I'd like to get a baseball. Protect the cameras. Don't break a finger, Trey. So your only jobs and thoughts on catching that pop-up.
I'm nowhere near it. Balin, as I told you before.
So Arujo's at 59 pitches. He has up to 66.
Right back to the mound. Great play by Arujo, and he throws out Vatnsdahl.
Makes another good pitch. Fastball down in the zone. Vatnsdahl hits a hard ground ball, and you can see that dirt trail coming from home plate as soon as we get maybe an opportunity. But Arujo's done a nice job of settling in. You can see that dirt.
And there's Cooper Tyson ripping it down the right field line. He's going to hold on with a single. Good piece of hitting there from the leadoff hitter.
Cooper Tyson's been on 3 times now. 2 walks. He's had a nice game.
Ben Urbacher, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to center field in the 4th inning, also singled to center in the 1st. And Arujo's going to get a new baseball here.
I'm not sure. I think Arujo might have gone to his mouth. He did something at second base umpire. Brad Parker came in from center field to point something out. Made him throw the ball out. I don't think he's scuffing. I mean, I haven't seen him scuffing the ball. You know, we don't have the action on the ball. Trey, I'm going to trust in the fact Arujo is not out there with a piece of sandpaper scuffing the ball, so
no.
He probably went to his mouth and then went to the baseball. And
unintentional. Ground ball, base hit left field. That finds a hole. Urbacher with his 2nd single and a couple runners on with 1 down.
Right now, Arujo is at 63 pitches. He's been battling out there. He threw yesterday for 19 or 20 pitches. Right now, his job is to get out of this inning, and hopefully he's the last pitcher so that Alaska doesn't have to burn another pitcher.
Xavier Brackenridge, he went high after that one with the big swing. RBI single last time up in the 4th inning. Hits it to left field. That one's going to drop. A base hit. Holding up was the lead runner, Tyson, and he'll move into third base. and the bases are loaded now. And Montana a chance to break this game open.
Breckenridge with a breaking ball out, and it looked like it was outside, off the plate, and does everything he can do. Gets out there, hooks it, falls out in front of Brousseau out in left field. Bases loaded. Rougeau is at his pitch limit, or pretty close.
Look at the runners: Tyson, Erbacher, and Breckenridge, third to first. And the hitter, Carson Jenkins. It's a big opportunity.
So we're going to see a pitching change. Seen a couple visits. One to the hitter. We're going to have a new pitcher. Great job by Antone Rougeau, keeping his team in the game.
He's going to give up the baseball. Let's see who they opt to go to here.
I think he went, what, 3 2/3?
And we will be back with a new pitcher. We'll take a break here. Pitching change in the top of the 6th. Montana leading Alaska 4-0. Ludman will be the new hurler for the Juneau, Alaska Little Leaguers. Back in San Bernardino, new pitcher for Alaska, Kason Ludman out there now. The third hurler of the day was Krupe, Rougeau, and now Ludman. They move Rougeau to second base. Krupe's playing shortstop in this 4-0 game. Big opportunity for Montana to add to the lead. Carson Jenkins at the dish with the bases loaded and 1 out after 3 consecutive singles. Ludman's fastball is high for ball 1.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused, Trey. I'm down 4-0, bases loaded, 1 out. I cannot allow that run to score. The middle infield is playing back at double play depth, but I at least have to have my corner guys, third and first base, in almost on the grass. And if the ball's hit to them, then they fire home to Baxter and hope you maybe get a 3-2 to 3 double play, something like that. But you can't afford to let that run score. You can't go down 5.
The 5th run would be a big one here. 6 innings, regulation in Little League baseball. Already an RBI for Jenkins, batting in the cleanup spot in the order. Now it's 3-1.
I just missed with that pitch. This is a tough situation to walk into for Ludman. Bases loaded, 1 out. You know, for the most part, the game's on the line. He can't allow a run to score, so he's trying to get a pop-up or a strikeout.
Ball 4, he walks in a run. That's the second RBI for Jenkins as Tyson will touch home plate, 5-0.
Well, as I was saying, that is a tough situation to walk into. You got no room for error. You can't walk anybody. You can't give up any hits. It's a really difficult situation as a pitcher to walk into. And, man, you could just see he's just out there on an island by himself going, all right, let's find a way to get out of this. Coach put me in a mess.
And now it's the coach's kid, Cooper Freitag, son of the manager, Corby, with a chance now with the bases loaded. Freitag with 1 out. Montana with 6 hits now in this one.
Ludman's just missing up a little bit. The strike zone's been pretty good today by Chris Watkins, actually very good. I haven't had any complaints, and that ball's just a shade above the waist. He settles down. You know, watching the pitcher, Ludman, I would, you know, you'd love for him to get the ball down a little bit lower. You need a ground ball. You need something to, you know, you don't want the ball up around the waist.
Freitag had to duck down from that one.
And if you watch it, you know, if you can watch him as he throws this pitch, you'll see that he finishes almost standing straight up. So you have to create.
Well, there's a wild pitch. That one gets away, and the play at the plate, safe. Scoring is Urbacher at 6-0, and the other runners move up to second and third.
So now he made the adjustment to try to get the ball down, but he worked too hard at it, flew open a little bit with his front side, and just pulled the ball. Thomas Baxter had no chance of blocking that. Ball stuck back by the backstop.
Time is called here.
Yeah, this might be one of those psychological meetings. Everything's fine, you're all right.
Oh, they're going to make a switch. So a move with Ludman. He faces just one batter and walks the batter, and then has the wild pitch as well. And I think this is Brousseau coming in.
Looks like Brousseau. Ludman's going back out to left field. That was just a tough spot to put Ludman in. He struggled a little bit with his command, and now Brousseau's walking in with a 3-1 count. He at least has the luxury of having second base open. First base open, excuse me.
Mason Brousseau, the pitcher. This is a double elimination format here in San Bernardino. The winner will play Thursday at noon Pacific time. Remember, Alaska already has a victory. They knocked off Oregon 2-1 yesterday. This is Montana's first game.
That's just a really bad break for Alaska. They win yesterday, you know, and then they got to come back today, and Montana gets a bye from the first round.
And how about Alaska? If they lose, they play at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, that's
Pacific time.
That's where we were seeing why we saw Antone Araujo pitching so much, because, you know, you've already burned 2 of your guys yesterday pitching, and right now you're looking at coming at 3 straight days. It's tough for these Little League guys. There's 12 or 13 guys on the roster, and you start burning 4 or 5, you start running down into some pitchers that haven't seen a whole lot of pitching time on this All-Star team.
Oh, look out over there. Kids having a good time at the ballpark, staying hydrated. And the temperature into the 90s now. 6-0 Montana lead with the bases loaded. And Brousseau's first pitch is in there. The count now 3-1.
I think it might be 3-2 full count.
Yeah,
he left
3-2
with a
now.
3-1 count. Wow.
Big cut from Freitag, and he strikes out. Good start.
Excellent job by Brousseau to come into that situation in a 3-1 count, Trey. 3-1 count, and he comes in and throws 2 really good pitches for strikes, gets the strikeout, and now he's given his team a chance to at least, you know, keep this at a 6-run deficit.
And this is Sean Oliver out there. We saw Brousseau in left field. Sean Oliver coming in and striking out Freitag. Freitag goes down, and now he's going to be facing Drew McDowell. So a chance to add to this 6-run lead with runners at second and third. Oliver's fastball misses.
Well, great job by Sean Oliver. I'll give my compliment to him then. Drew McDowell never washes his hat. You know, I got to be honest with you, Trey, I don't blame him. Every time I washed my hat, you try to put it, you know, legend has it, you can put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And the couple times I've done that, it's come out splintered, and it was a wreck. So, no, I never washed my hat either.
You got to get the bill just right. You don't want to mess with the bill. 1-2 the count to McDowell. Oliver trying to get out of this jam here. Fastball is low and away, 2-2. Looking ahead to the bottom half of the sixth for Alaska. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters scheduled up there. They've got some work to do. Fastball lined into right field, base hit. Brackenridge scores. Reinker comes in, 2 more across. That ball will get away, and McDowell heads down to second base. 8-0 now.
He should move down to third base. Yeah, the ball went into the dugout. Christian Nelson struggled getting the ball, picking it up clean. Here's the play again. Nice piece of hitting. Line drive to right field. Christian Nelson out in right field. Comes up trying to get a play at the plate, just doesn't get the ball quite in his glove. Fires it into Araujo at second base. He's got no other play. Araujo recognizes the fact that Drew McDowell has fallen down after rounding first base. Fires quickly to Demert over at first base, who was watching the runner falling down. Araujo threw the ball past Demert. It went into the first base dugout, and baseball rules have it that if the ball goes out of play from the field, it's an automatic +2 bases from wherever you're at.
So McDowell at third, and here's Josh Sears with his team out in front 8-0 now. They've pushed 4 runs across here in the sixth.
I mean, you know what? I need one of those John Madden drawing things. You know, I felt like I was doing a John Madden with the drawing. Okay, so he threw the ball here, and then it came here. Yeah.
Well, they have the cushion they need now. This was a close game. They led 4-0 after 4. They've had a 4 spot here. Looking good as we look ahead to the bottom of the 6th inning to try to close it out. Oliver's 0-2 is low.
Looks like a really nice changeup. Sean Oliver has come in, throwing strikes, getting ahead.
One-two fastball fouled off at the plate. Following this one, it's going to be Hawaii and Utah in West Region play. Hawaii coming off a victory against Arizona. It'll be Utah's first game. That one sails a little bit, 2-2.
Looks like he's trying to figure out where his changeup is. Struggling a little bit down, tried to elevate it a little bit more, and just a bit high. I'm probably going to come back with a fastball right here, Trey, try to make something happen.
That stays high, though. It's a full count.
It's been a long inning for these Alaska boys out in the field.
Sears trying to reach for the first time. Here's the 3-2, and he does. He draws the walk. Runners on the corners now. And now it looks like a pinch hitter. No, it's Anderson. Anderson's out there. They're going to make another switch here.
Probably see, I don't think we have another pinch runner. I thought
we
used
do.
2.
They're going to bring Mason Brousseau out there to run at first base.
Okay, so for Little League Baseball, like I was talking about the substitutes, so you're kind of linked to whoever you substitute in for. So Brousseau came in, pinch hit in the Sears 7 spot, and so Brousseau is allowed to come in and pinch run for Sears, so they are interchangeable, which is a nice rule in Little League. It doesn't last into high school. Obviously, high school, once you're out, you're out.
Montana has out-hit Alaska 7-4 in this one. And this is the 9th hitter to come to the plate in this inning, Caleb Anderson.
Nice block by Thomas Baxter, keeping the runner at third base. 8-0 score. Runners on first and third. I don't think Montana is going to try to take advantage of the first and third play.
Fastball went after that one, high in the zone.
With Brousseau at first base, I would just assume that he's going to stay put. You got 8 runs. That should be enough. You don't want to add a whole lot more unless they come by hits. You don't want to play the game where you're kind of rubbing it in on Alaska.
Oliver's 1-1. And that one will go to the backstop. And here comes the 9th run. Coming in to score is McDowell, and moving to third is Brousseau. 9-0 Montana.
Well, you can see Alaska, the second day in a row. You know, this game went from 4-0 to now it's 9-0. The emotions, it's just flat deflation right now. On the mound, Thomas Baxter's probably physically exhausted. We're going to see a catching change.
Yeah, he's been working hard. Back-to-back days behind the dish for Baxter. Takes off the gear now.
Well, he caught 3 yesterday, pitched 3 yesterday.
Campbell's going to be behind the plate now catching, and I assume they'll put Baxter at third. If I can make that assumption here.
You can make that assumption. I think it's probably a safe assumption, Trey. You just don't see catching changes very often in the middle of an inning unless it's an injury, but I think Thomas Baxter was looking in the dugout going, I'm done.
He will go to third base. Campbell catching.
Call. Great call by you. Well, you know,
yep.
We talked about it last night. You were an undefeated T-ball coach for softball. I mean, you know.
But again, it's a player's game. There wasn't a lot of coaching going on there.
So you say. You put in all the work and the effort.
I leaned on my assistants quite a bit and let the players play. But this shows you Little League Baseball. It's such a turnabout. You know, you win an exciting 2-1 game over Oregon, and now you're on the losing end. The good news, these teams will play on. Double elimination format. Alaska's first loss. Montana's first game.
Yeah, they barely had time to celebrate their win at opening ceremonies last night, so they came to that. Ate dinner here at the San Bernardino Little League facility.
2-1 to Anderson. Swings and misses. Got a piece of it. Foul tip. 2-2.
It was a short-lived celebration. Right back out here today for the first game of the morning.
Oliver trying to get out of this inning. 2-2. Pulled down the left field line and foul.
Good fastball down and in. Caleb Anderson trying to stay alive, trying to drive in one more run.
Fastball and ripped down the left field line. He will drive in the 10th run. That will score Brousseau. Rounding second is Anderson on his way to third. They're going to hold him up, and he's into third with an RBI triple.
Well, that was almost an identical pitch to the one before that he hooked foul into the stands. Fastball down, up and away, and he gets out there and hooks it. Had a little bit of trouble out in left field. Looks like Ludman let that ball get past him, got it in quickly after that.
Cade Bottensdahl rips it to left field, and that's a base hit. That scores Anderson. It's 11-0, and he's into second with a double.
Bottensdahl with his first hit of the tournament. And Alaska can just not get this last out of this inning. 7 runs so far, and a lot of the damage has been done with 2 outs. They've just been unable to get one guy out.
On the top of the order, they've hit around now. Here's Cooper Tyson. He singled in this inning earlier, scored a run.
Well, he was one that started this whole inning off. Came up with one out, hit a single to right field, right off the bag, down the right field line.
Hits hard on the ground to second. Araujo throws out Tyson to end the inning. 7 runs across, a runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Montana tries to close it out and knock off Alaska. They're up 11-0. Montana trying to knock off Alaska. They lead at 11-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and what an effort from Carson Jenkins. He has a chance here to get a complete game victory. It's going to be tricky to try to get it done. He's at 81 pitches right now. The pitch count limit is 85, but you can pitch through the batter. So if things break perfectly for him, maybe he gets a quick 3 outs here. But they're going the distance, or trying to, with number 45, who's pitched very well.
Well, he's got 4 pitches left. He can pitch to one more hitter if he's under 85. So he's going to need some first pitch swinging to keep this a complete game, shutout, 4-hitter.
Wilcox now playing third base with Jenkins on the mound. He's going to face Thomas Baxter, the cleanup hitter, to lead things off. Fastball, strike called.
Now, me being in the other dugout, knowing that I'm down 11 runs, I'm having everybody taking the strike, which is going to probably defeat the point of Carson Jenkins getting 3 outs in 4 pitches.
Here comes number 84. That's a strike. Has a chance to strike out Baxter here.
Carson Jenkins is looking at the scoreboard right now and looking at his pitch count, and he knows. You just know as a Little League pitcher the pitch count, 85.
Gets Baxter to pop it up. And Wilcox makes the catch, and that's out number 1. Well, he does it, 85 pitches. What an effort from Carson Jenkins.
Well, he had a great game. That was great. Gets an ovation from the Montana fans as he walks off, gets a couple hugs. Most of his infield has come in to tell him how much they appreciated his effort, but it was kind of comical. He knew he was at 85. He knew he was done. And so even before the coach got out of the dugout, he put his glove in his other hand, grabbed the ball, dropped it on the mound, and just started walking off, and he met the coach at the first base line.
Well, he goes 5 1/3, strikes out 6, and he'll give way to Cooper Freitag here. Try to get the final 2 outs and end this one here in the
If I'm one of the Montana parents right now, I am going to buy that kid a root beer float.
Well, the snack shop is open down the right field line. They're getting a lot of work over there with the kids. Free lunch, they're hitting the snack shop, which is always good. You can also do the post stuff.
I mean, Funnel Cake Place hasn't opened up yet. I don't think my snack shop that's got the root beer floats isn't opened up. So Carson Jenkins is going to have to hold off.
One. Well, Jenkins deserves one. You pick it up there, you order it right there.
I mean, that saves me the confusion because I'm probably trying to pick it up over, left of this. I need that John Madden telestrator again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick it up over here, and I'm ordering it over here, and it's just wrong.
Schneider's now playing third base. As they had three different players at that position. Freitag was over there. Now he's on the mound. And they're 2 outs away from wrapping up a Game 1 victory here in Northwest Region play. Alaska in danger of falling to 1-1 after beating Oregon in day 1. And this is going to be Kason Ludman batting with 1 away. Freitag leads off Ludman with a pitch low and away for ball 1. Freitag in German meets Friday, pitching here on Monday. Fouled off.
Does it really?
Yeah. You take any languages in school, or?
I didn't take German. That's pretty impressive, Trey.
We got to know the basics. I mean.
No, you don't.
Here's a 1-1. There's a strike.
No, I don't. I don't need the basics of German. I'm sorry. I have not had a use for it yet.
Here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. It's a strikeout, but Ludman slides into the bag at first and reaches. How about that effort? Not often you slide into first base.
You gotta love that. So drop third strike. Ludman busts it down the line. He's doing everything he can to keep this game going. Looks like Freitag throws a breaking ball down in the dirt. Ludman realized it right away, and so as soon as he swung, he took off, and you don't see the feet first slide into first base very often, Trey.
Is that the quicker move there as opposed to running through the bag?
Oh, that's the age-old discussion. Supposedly you have to slow down to slide, but you're actually diving forward. I don't know. I would definitely not slide in feet first into first base.
No, I'd veer away from that as well. Here's Caden Quinto. 1 out and 1 on. As Freitag tries to close the door here and get this Billings, Montana team a victory. Quinto, a big Seattle Mariners fan. The closest major league team to Alaska.
Well, you got some great college baseball teams up there. Anchorage Pilots.
The Glacier Pilots, right?
Yes. Trying to think of who else we got. I was supposed to go up there my sophomore year in college for the summer season. Never made it. Still have not been to Alaska.
And there's strike 3. Quinto is out number 2. First K for Freitag. Second K, actually. He has a runner on as he sets down a couple back-to-back. Here's Anton Arujo. 1 out away, Montana.
You can see Brackenridge standing up behind home plate. Montana pitcher Carson Jenkins was very effective with fastballs up out of the zone.
There's a bouncer to the second baseman, and Urbacher throws out Arujo to end this one. 11-0 Montana with an emphatic victory over Alaska here, and they win their opener here in San Bernardino.
Oh, I mean, they did it all. They padded their lead in the top of the 6th with 7 runs and put away any doubt of the game. But Carson Jenkins, 5 1/3 innings pitched, ran out of pitches in the 85 pitch, and then Freitag came in and kept the shutout intact.
And then the big 7-run 6th inning to break this one open as they out-hit Alaska 9-4 and win it going away. So Montana 1-0 here in Northwest Region play, and Alaska falls to 1-1. Stay with us. It'll be Hawaii and Utah coming up in West Region play next. For Greg Olson, I'm Trey Bender saying so long from San Bernardino. All games airing on the ESPN networks, streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. More to come from Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino.